Hi, Austin Choi-Fitzpatrick with Free the Slaves and Warslavery.org, a campaign asking the federal government to take slavery out of the reconstruction of Iraq. That's right, you heard me. There are people who have been trafficked into Iraq in order to work on U.S. bases, in order to prepare food for U.S. soldiers. You can read more about this at warslavery.org. We started this campaign calling the Department of Defense and the Department of State to completely investigate all of their contracts and ensure that they don't have anywhere in their contracts or their subcontracts victims of human trafficking. There have been some investigations in the past, but the findings weren't released to the public. What we were told was that all of the workers' passports had been returned, which is very concerning because this is a hallmark trick of traffickers to withhold the passports of workers. But who are the passports returned to? Were the people protected under Iraqi or U.S. or international law? Were there any consequences for the contractors? These are the tough questions that the War Slavery campaign is trying to ask of the Department of Defense and the State Department. What this campaign is asking for specifically is to for justice and freedom for workers who are held against their will. We're asking that their passports be returned, that there be compensation to them for the abuse and the trauma that they've suffered. We're also asking that there would be new policies put in place to ensure that this never happens again. Transparency, so that if it ever does happen again, the U.S. public knows about it and contractors and companies, private companies, are punished accordingly. That's what we're asking for. We need your help at warslavery.org to get that message across. Enough of you have helped us that we've gotten this message across the State Department and the Department of Defense. We sat down in a meeting with them recently, and the State Department indicated that it was going to be conducting an Iraq-wide investigation into any human trafficking in any of its contracts. That's good news. Now what's better news, or what would be better news, is if those findings get released to the public and the companies that are found to be guilty are actually held to account and lose their contracts. This hasn't happened in the past, and we want to be sure that it happens this time. Join Free the Slaves and the warslavery.org campaign in saying that slavery is too high of a price to pay for anything in Iraq, and that you stand with the people who've been enslaved and trafficked in Iraq in solidarity with them. Go to warslavery.org to learn more about what you can do. Tell a friend. Have a great day.